Yo, bro.
Yo, bro.
Yo, bro.
What's up?
I feel really good right now. Just got back from the gym, but you know why I feel really, really good?
Almost
'Cause
Christmas.
It is almost Christmas. Merry Christmas.
All right.
Because my workout schedule shifted a day, so it's not leg day today. It's leg day tomorrow.
You're not as deep, and it wasn't leg day.
Correct.
Yeah, well,
how
that
you
makes one
feeling?
of us. All right. You
Was it
broke
leg
the
day for you?
sacred bond, bro. We had sinking leg days, and here we are.
I didn't want to do it.
I blew my back out on leg day this morning, brother.
Yeah. How was the workout though?
Phenomenal. Phenomenal,
Okay.
bro.
All right. That one wasn't as obvious of a joke.
No, I was there.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Both of that, getting your back blown out and the exercise was phenomenal.
My ass hurts, bro. I don't know how many times I gotta say it.
You know what really hurt me last leg day was there's a machine. You know the when you get on, you're like it's like an inverted, and for those listening, I'm trying to. You're laying on your thighs are on it, and you back extension. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so
The
they
Roman
have a
chair.
machine. Yes, but they have a machine where you're lifted high
Oh.
and you grab a weight on. It's like a bar and it's a cable weight.
Huh?
Destroyed my lower back and my butt doing that thing, in a good way and a bad way. Oh,
I was gonna say how much of the bad way repercussions did you have? Because anytime you work the lower back, we're rolling the dice,
it was stiff, for a
especially
little
your
bit.
age.
What the fuck does that mean?
You're getting up there.
Okay, all right.
I'm just listen, and I have a little bit of wisdom, a little experience is what we'll call it, and the lower back gets a little dicey sometimes.
Lower back does get dicey a lot of
The
times.
more you work it though, consistently,
yeah.
more you get your back blown out. Sometimes, the extra strength goes a long way. You get less weird, random tweaks, and that's
I
good.
hear you. I'm gonna keep working it.
Injury
dude.
prevention. It's key.
Before we jump in, Abe, how are you?
I'm doing great. Just last week I said we got to celebrate my wife's birthday. It was actually on the pod. And then we had a party on that Saturday, and Slomy came out to help celebrate. We got to have an in-person little plugged episode and talk shop. Not really. We just kind of hung out and ate some good food and had some good drinks, and it was a blast. So
It
I
was
appreciate him
wonderful.
coming out.
Storm,
Good
guess
food
how
sounds
people-
so good. I just gotta say,
oh, it's
man,
delicious.
I'm over
Food was
here
good.
eating like a
Good restaurant.
fucking Mother Teresa, bro.
First of all, this guy gets his meals prepared for him, brought up to his office. All right, I don't care if it's just Scrapple, dude. I'll take a delivery. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
come on.
I'm saying that I am at a significant deficit while making all sorts of gains and strength gains, lifting heavier every week over week on a crazy deficit. Daddy's hungry. That's all I'm trying to say.
Gotta eat. Man's gotta eat.
Man's
As our
gotta
friend Deadly
eat,
Slob says,
but-
man's gotta eat.
Shout out Doodles. Man's gotta eat, but this man needs to not eat for a little bit. And that's just, it's unfortunate. So when I think about a night out with friends and the good food and some bevs and you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't lift and had to suffer through that little intro, what are you doing? First of all, get out there and lift. Second of all, we're in for a great episode. So would you kindly smash the like button, share this channel with everyone? It does truly help. Oh, did I disconnect somewhere?
You're
there we
good,
go.
dude.
I'm just watching. I went black for a second for the viewers. Share this
Never
with
go back.
everyone because it truly does help. We're trying to get into those algorithms, and we really appreciate it. But other than that, what do you say we get this thing started?
What we
Sounds
got,
good.
Abe?
Let's do it.
Well, we got Angry Gamers. It's been a couple weeks. We've had a lot of positivity on this podcast. We've been a positive podcast for a limited time only.
Yeah, forget the
but we got some
season,
Angry
bro.
Gamers.
Let's get Angie.
Yeah, let's get Angie.
We're gonna need some holiday versions of that too from Jim. While we're getting the happy one, we're gonna need some holiday ones. Maybe we get an Easter one, right, with the ears, because that's coming up. I'm just spitballing here.
We really do need to tap back in with Jim because he is super talented.
Yeah,
so
he's
let's,
good guy.
let's
He's
definitely
very,
tap
very
back
good.
in. What do we got?
Well, speaking of talented people, we had the Game
Son of a
Awards.
bitch.
Oh no.
Game Awards that just occurred this past week. I believe it was Thursday last week was the day of the Game Award. I can't remember the exact day, but that's, the big awards of the gaming industry. They announced a ton of different categories. Most notably is Game of the Year. That's kind of the topic at hand. There were some other things that people were mad about that was just stupid, like I don't know if you guys have ever watched the Game Awards before, but they do a lot of trailer reveals for upcoming games and content that are coming out in the next year. People were not happy with the fact that the Witcher 4 protagonist is going to be Ciri, so you're playing a female protagonist. A bunch of incels really complaining about that kind of stuff.
Dude.
Being honest with you,
Dude,
because Ciri's always
bro.
been a part of the game, and that was just a stupid argument that they were having. But
aren't there like 3 or 4 like gigantic main female protagonists in that game?
Yes.
Yeah. So
and also,
are they mad about that?
Ciri was clearly going to be the topic of this game. They were building it up throughout the whole series.
Listen,
Geralt was turning into a Witcher. It's obvious that this was coming.
It is the whole point of the storyline, and beyond that, why do people play The Witcher? You get to slay dope ass monsters every now and again.
Take a bath with a witch.
You catch a little side boob. You know what I mean, dude? There's a whole lot of that in that game. Some of it's not side. Some of it's full frontal. Very exciting stuff.
I need to download that game.
Just right in the middle of your adventure. It's kind of nice, It's just, oh wow, all right. How you doing?
Nice game for the couple to play.
Not to mention, modding community. I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm sure they've had a field day with it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Not to mention.
Well, that wasn't even the main controversy here, because that was just a little stupid side argument that pissed people off.
It's just silly to complain about, because the same people who are being whiny bitches enjoyed that aspect of The Witcher 3. All right?
Exactly.
All
exactly. Right. Now, the real issue comes down to the night's biggest award, and that would be the Game of the Year award. So there were a bunch of nominations. I can give you the exact ones here.
What do we got?
Pulled up on the screen. So for Game of the Year, the big award of the night, the main nominations were Astro Bot, which is a platformer on the PlayStation VR platform, Metaphor ReFantazio, which is like an RPG style game, Balatro, which is a great game. We'll talk about that more in a little bit. Black Myth Wukong, another big title.
That's got to be it, right?
Yep. And then hold on, let me go back down. I was in the wrong category there. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And then finally, Elden Ring Shadows of the Erd Tree, which is the Elden Ring expansion, which was also very good.
And so for Slum's sake, briefly, they did specifically open up this Game Awards and change the rules so that DLCs can be considered for Game of the Year. And it's the first time ever. And if you're going to do it for the first time ever, I can respect doing it for Elden Ring. But as an already Game of the Year winner, it feels bad to strip the potential from someone who possibly could, not possibly, but absolutely deserves a fair shot at winning it and not have it get ran back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do know what you mean, but it also makes the bar set higher.
I agree. And again, I think this rule change is a result of, the symptoms of the industry, where we don't have a fully fleshed out field of first time games.
I would agree. Well, so the only thing that changed this time was DLCs now qualify, right?
Correct.
I think I'm okay with it. Because maybe there are categories strictly for game only like type stuff where DLCs don't qualify.
I think they easily could have just made a category for best DLC of the year.
Oh yeah.
That probably would have made a lot more sense.
I think that's the better way to do it.
Probably works.
I do think that's the better way to do it. Now, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree was a big enough DLC that it could have been its own friggin' game.
It shits all over most games that came out all year, of course, right?
Yeah.
But if you want to come out with a base game, you get put into the ring of Game of the Year, right? You put out the DLC, best DLC of the year. Sounds like a great category. Let's open it up. Let's open up this pit, man.
Open the pit up, dude.
But instead, poor decision.
No, all right. So let's extrapolate.
Sure.
On the DLC award. We talk all the time how companies just phone it in on DLCs.
For sure.
It's BS.
Mm-hmm.
Would that award help that? Not help. I'm sorry. Not incentivize it to keep going in the direction it's going. Would it help fight the battle of
I
shit
think so.
DLCs?
That's why I'm excited. That's why I'd be excited about it, is because we would actually be able to give love and show appreciation for DLCs that did right by the consumer. I would love that. I think that's a super, that would be a phenomenal step in the right direction for the sake of the industry to celebrate the devs that are making bomb ass DLC, man. Just because, again, just like you said, it's 95% of the time it's a miss. So let's show some love to the ones that are like, you know what, we made a base game, great. Are people like it enough to consider buying something extra? Let's make this dope as shit too.
Yep.
And
tank ass.
yeah, perp skirt.
Yeah.
I'm sad. I think we're gonna have to send an email.
That's not a bad idea.
We do a lot of
awards if you're listening, and we know you are.
Yeah. Change some stuff up. We do a lot of talking.
Mm-hmm.
We need to take action. Listen.
Don't just talk about it.
I know how to build websites.
Be about it.
We could, you know what, Abe, do me a favor right now on your browser. Search Squarespace domain. Okay, here we go. We're gonna figure this out right now.
We're gonna get our domain undercut by someone here in the community.
I know, right?
And then they're going to hold us hostage.
There's also an algorithm. I think people have algorithms that every time someone searches a domain that isn't bought, the price goes up. Search spoiled cabbages. Let's see. It's got to be like not available. No. Did you spell right? Did you spell it right?
I believe so.
OILEDCABBAGES.
Buy it. Buy it right now.
All right, block that in.
Lock it in.
I'll pull it up on the other monitor. I'm buying it.
So here's what I could do.
We'll add it to your weekly check.
I can make the website, but we're going to have to talk to some type of coder to have it automatically update with games that are coming out. Like, where is it pulling from?
Oh, there's a bunch of things that we can.
We got to do.
That's not a problem.
Listen.
We're being about it.
We're talking about added value earlier. Here we go. Spoiled cabbages, baby. It's probably not the added value that you were talking about, but we're going for it, dude.
Sometimes you just gotta pull the trigger.
What'd you say?
How many years you want me to buy it for?
Buy it for 1 year if you're actually about to pull the trigger, and then transfer it, and then we'll get it going.
I'll lock it in.
So I think that did we talk about who won overall? Because I'm gonna guess it was.
No, it wasn't. And
it wasn't Wukong?
Wouldn't that be great?
That's the crux of the issue here. So we didn't even get to the real problem.
Okay.
So the issue here is that the game that won was Astro Bot. And Astro Bot, like I said,
what is Astro Bot? I've never heard of it.
You and everybody else, bro. You and everybody else.
Is it politics? What happened here?
It's kind of. If you consider money politics, then yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, they basically are the same thing.
Right.
It's synonymous for sure.
As I alluded to, Astro Bot is a platform. It's like it's made really, honestly, it's like a Mario Party maybe style game, like a child's game.
Not saying it's a bad game.
And I'm not saying that to be, once again, negative. Like, it's not a bad thing.
No one's saying it's a bad game.
Okay.
But it is a PlayStation exclusive, and it is a VR only game. So it's part of the PlayStation VR experience. Let me give you some numbers really quickly too, so you can hear just how ridiculous this comes out to be when you look at the numbers. So Astro Bot sold on the PlayStation platform 1.5 million total copies, roughly, is what they did when Astro Bot came in with its total sales figures. Black Myth Wukong, just if we're looking at about the first month, managed to sell more than 20 million copies worldwide. It's estimated that the total player base at this point has exceeded over 50 million total players that have played the game. The scope of that game, the experience of that game, the number of people that played that game versus a game that's exclusive to a platform is just crazy, the difference that you're seeing.
Yeah.
Which leads a lot of people to believe, as we have already alluded to, that a lot of these awards are bought and paid for, especially with Astro Bot being an exclusive on a platform for Sony that's got buku bucks that they're investing into gaming. And even when you look at some of the nominees for a lot of these awards, you had titles popping up in there that had no business being nominated for anything. Not to always shit on them, but Ubisoft with Star Wars Outlaws, it was nominated for like 10 awards, and that game sucks. So people are just thinking you're throwing money at these things.
Why? So what is is there a rubric? Is there a chart? How is this explained how games win?
By population voting, Slum. Because the game, online votes.
Who votes?
The gaming community. You don't.
No, I didn't get a.
So you mean to tell me, Slum, it doesn't make sense in your brain that the game that literally no one's ever heard of wins a popular vote?
Listen, I'm just asking, how does this work? You're saying, are you for real with the popular vote? I am for
real. I voted.
All right, well, no, you did not.
I swear to God, I voted.
How come I didn't get the census?
Well, you don't get to complain now. You didn't vote.
Yeah,
that's how that works.
You're correct on that. You are 100% correct. Keep doing what you guys are doing. Well, I didn't get the chance to vote. They didn't send me anything.
No, I mean, you gotta go. You gotta know that it's coming. It gets talked about. You see everyone when you start talking about the nominees, right? And we I don't know if we did it on Plugged, but I did look on stream. Like we looked through all the categories, and then I did my voting and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And when I saw Astro Bot, I didn't even consider it longer than half a second because I've never heard of it. Because even though I have a PlayStation, it's a PlayStation exclusive. There is no world where if you are putting out an exclusive game, you should not be eligible for Game of the Year. This is like the coldest take of all time. And the fact, again, that they were so blatant about putting it on there and then it winning when it's Sony could not, like, it undermines there's not an ounce of genuine goodwill left from gamers towards the Game Awards. Like it's gone.
Well, I disagree with, if you release exclusive, you should not be able to. I just think you should be held to the same metric. So there is a world where PlayStation drops an exclusive and it outperforms Wukong on every level, even if it's exclusive. It's won before,
and this exact thing has happened. I think the last time is God of War. God of War 2018. It's a PS exclusive. It won Game of the Year, and I'll be honest, I wasn't mad then. But since then, like before this happened, I came to the realization that console exclusives are bad for the industry and bad for the consumer in many ways. And as a result of that, should not have a chance to be celebrated.
Okay. The reason
as a way to dissuade these companies from doing this.
Okay, sure. I think they might already be dissuaded.
It's on the way out for sure.
100%. So I would say let them compete, but there's no handicap. Like you get judged on the same rubric.
But again, we're talking about a world where, okay, we're gonna let these console exclusives compete, but then it's not a competition because the win gets bought by Sony.
No. Well, we're talking now. We're not arguing corruption here, dude. Like, let's just imagine there's no corruption. I would say that if we have a rubric, allow everyone to jump in. There's no. We're talking about elections here. That's literally what you voted, and now we're like, there's no chance that this won the popular vote. What happened there? Show us the code, which is what we really need to figure out.
I think the damning part here, though, too, is you could probably make a case for every game on that list
other than Astro Bot, correct,
to win Game of the Year.
I would have been fine if Elden Ring wins, and then people have the discussion like, should a DLC should they have been able to win?
That's true. That's true.
And like that's fine, but bro, at least it makes sense and doesn't make it 100% confirmed that it was purchased. It's unreal.
All they have to say is this is the rubric, this is how they won. And you're saying it's public vote, which is great. I think that is the best way to do it. But now you guys are dealing with the issue of show us the votes. Because this is something smells a bit fishy here. Show us the votes.
They're bullshit, dude.
Yep.
And you can see it on the site here too, but I believe publication outlets also vote.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like the votes are weighted towards.
Oh, get the NPR? NPR?
NPR is one of more than 130 outlets that contributed ballots to the Game Awards, which picked winners based on those tallies in an open online voting system.
Okay, it's corrupt.
It's the Electoral College.
Come in 2026, Spoiled Cabbage Awards.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Dude, we need to get into the award show game. There's a lot of money in there.
There is a lot of money because not only are people able to purchase a win for their category, but they're purchasing very premium real estate, like the Super Bowl of trailer commercials,
or the front page of Apple Podcast or something. Basically, like things you can't even buy, and if you do get it, that's like you can't even quantify the amount it's going to help you do numbers.
Yeah.
Correct. And so the whole thing is just like they are raking it in hand over fist, and the fact that they like present the show in a way where they're like so proud of the industry, and it's nauseating. It's really nauseating. It fucking sucks. And it's an embarrassment. It's just like another money driven shitty devolution of the gaming industry. And yeah, it pisses me off. I am one of the angry gamers, Abe. Can confirm.
Yeah, I knew this one was going to hit home. Mark did have a rant on stream about this too, so I was very excited to bring this up because I knew it would hit home, and he would also indeed be angry. But it's bullshit. It really is. I mean, I will tell you right now that I thought if Black Myth didn't win, the only other game that really had a good shot was actually Balatro, because Balatro took
which did win Indie Title of the Year.
It did.
100%
game. It won a bunch of awards. Yeah. That game's so fun. It is awesome, and I thought maybe that could win because it is that good of a game.
Yeah.
But I thought it would be grounded based off of the actual experience of playing the games and all, and it just really wasn't.
The voting thing is also interesting because in a certain way, everyone already voted when they bought these games.
Yeah.
That's where my mind is. It's like
Part
you're
of
asking for a second vote when like people vote with their dollars.
Yeah.
That is the most authentic vote you're going to get.
For sure.
And if Black Myth Wukong did 20 million in its first month and Astro Bot peaked at 1.7, it's like, what are we talking about here, dude? Like,
yeah, there's also this like incredibly important aspect on a global scale of China making a game using their own like number one deep-seated mythological story as the driver, and having massive success in the West, really for the first time ever,
China,
in the gaming industry. This does not happen. And so when you read like the description of what makes Game of the Year, the value statement is that it pushes the gaming industry forward. If that doesn't push the gaming industry forward, I don't know what does, man.
Okay.
So it's like,
did Astro Bot push the gaming industry forward?
PlayStation doesn't even have the best VR. Why are we talking about this?
What the fuck does VR have to do with it?
It's a VR game.
It's a VR game.
Is it really?
Yes. That's another negative to it.
Bro, there's no way.
It's a scam. All right, sorry. I'm
there's
done.
No way.
But yeah, I'm frustrated. So like there's a lot of different meaningful aspects to this that just make me heated.
Yeah. This was I think, sometimes I'll say whether or not I agree with the angry gamers when I present these. They have a right to be angry. This is trash.
Yeah, I don't think it's exclusively VR. I think it's both. You know what I mean? It's like it has a VR aspect. It's
considered
to
a
it.
PlayStation VR exclusive when you look at the titling of it. That's what it falls under.
It's frustrating, man.
Well, there's always next year.
Can't wait because it just gets better every year. So You're right.
I think the pendulum is swinging. We'll see. We'll see next year. We'll check in on it. What else we got, dude?
All right. So this one caught my eye this week, and I thought this was very interesting. Epic Games, makers of Fortnite, they put out a tweet on their Fortnite competitive Twitter handle because they had a tournament recently, and in that tournament, it was deemed that one of the players was cheating and using software and hardware to cheat hardware to make the cheats undetectable and things like that. So they put out this update, which reads, update, this week we filed a lawsuit against a player who cheated in our tournaments. This player used cheating software and hardware and tried to avoid getting caught by using multiple accounts. It didn't work. Cheating has no place in Fortnite, and we're doing everything we can to stop it, including legal action. This is the first time I have ever seen legal action taken against a cheater in the United States, and I think this is awesome.
Yeah, this rules.
We might have a Monster D face. If he's listening right now, he's going to love this topic. So what? People don't often take legal action against cheaters. They just ban them and like, all right, we'll see you next time. Like,
correct.
That's it.
Yeah, they usually get banned. I don't think this is the first time this has happened. Especially in like FNCS qualifying and stuff like that. I think we've seen cheaters before. It could be one of the first. It could be one of the first times that Epic specifically is taking this action, which is cool to see. And again, Epic Games pushing the gaming industry in the right direction, the meaningful direction, because this is exactly what is required to make people afraid enough not to do it. Because if the result is I get banned from this game on this account and probably I'm never going to play this game competitively again, but if it's the difference between you having a shot and not having a shot, people are going to try to do it. Like these are kids. They're going to try to do it, especially if it garners them some attention. You know, it's not like they can never play Fortnite again. They just boot up another account. You know, it's not like so, you know, for the competitive integrity of the game in a esport that's dominated by a younger audience, I think this is phenomenal, right? There has to be some sort of there has to be higher stakes involved, right? So
what are they suing for? Like, what is their goal? What are they? If the guy might be broke, like, what are you suing? What are they suing? Is there damages? Did he win?
Because
Did
this
he
was
not?
competitive. I think it could also be a place to also avoid legal action taken against Fortnite or something of that nature because of other competitors that then did not have a legitimate chance at the prize. They didn't really. This is the extent of the news currently because this is a newer lawsuit. But this caught my eye particularly because, like I said, I haven't seen these types of law, at least not this high profile of a company doing this type of lawsuit recently, if ever before. But that was my thought process on this. You have to remember, this was a tournament, and there are other players in the tournament that now could have illegitimately lost their shot at the prize and the recognition, which they could also potentially, file suit for.
Hold Epic accountable for sure.
They have to make an example of these people. Like, even if there's nothing for them to gain monetarily from suing this kid, this kid might be broke. You do have to make an example of these people to say, don't do this because this is going to happen to you. And you're always going to be the guy that got sued and got banned from all these competitions.
Right.
Yeah. I think this is great.
Yeah.
Also, don't cheat if you're going to be in a freaking competitive match. Like, what are you doing?
Well, it also just like, it fundamentally undermines the whole point of competition, right? It's like the baseball player taking PEDs and then like wins like this home run record, and now it's like the asterisks. You know what I mean? It's just like you're forever known as that guy, the guy that cheated to have this like fake record that no one actually recognizes, right? Mark McGuire, Barry Bonds, Sammy
that was
Sosa.
The best era of baseball, though. Dude.
It was the only time that game's ever been fun to watch. So I say just open the floodgates.
Open the floodgates, dude.
Open the floodgates for baseball specifically. Every other sport's fun without it. Though a UFC, a super omega juiced UFC could be cool too.
There is something called enhanced games. It's not big yet, but it's like whatever you're doing, you're good. Come on in. And so I'm excited to watch that, dude. Like, there's just gonna be freaks, just super juiced out freaks, beating the crap out of each other and playing baseball and throwing a ball as far as they can. I'm excited for that.
Let's get we're basically bringing in the Coliseums and just telling these people to murder each
Absolutely.
other.
Well, that's what UFC.
Takes, which is,
that's modern day UFC. It's basically the gladiators.
yeah,
all
freaking
phenomenal.
wild. It's wild, dude.
Did you get any either? You got completely off topic. Have you guys seen Gladiator 2 yet?
I haven't. I've heard it's good. I probably will. Full disclosure, the first Gladiator is my favorite movie of all time.
You're gonna be so upset.
That's why I'm afraid to watch it, because I hear it's maybe not the greatest compared to the original.
It's an entertaining film. It is also not a good film at all. It's very entertaining to watch. But you know, artistically speaking, it's a fucking dumpster fire. But that's fine. You know, they made this movie to reach as many people as possible, right? And to like kind of make extra bank on the Gladiator IP. And they gave people some fun, right, for the masses. But at the same time, they absolutely desecrated whatever you know, memory there was of the first film, and really just leaned into banking on it. I swear to God, half the first film is spliced into the second film.
Time jumps.
Just yeah, we're going. Hey, remember when that cool thing happened in that movie that we all liked? That's like half the film, dude. It's crazy.
All that's ridiculous.
So you know, like, I am trying to spoiler free present that so that people who love the first film like I did aren't going into it blind like I did, filled with hope and wonder. It is what it is, you know. I take that on the chin.
That's the only way to go into it, dude. You can't ruin it for people.
It's good. I wish someone did this for me, so I'm just paying it forward.
I appreciate it because, like I said, I love the first Gladiator. It's my favorite film.
It's phenomenal.
Scum said, fun fact, the place he got his juice from was 3 blocks away from my spot back home. We talking Mark McGuire, dude? Got his juice from
probably
around
Bonds.
the corner?
I think he's probably talking about Bonds.
Barry Bonds.
He's over yonder.
That's the good stuff, dude. Is he still slanging it?
I met Mark McGuire.
Did you really?
Yep.
Did you tell him
when I was a little kid in a Starbucks in Florida?
What'd you say to him?
I said, hi, nice to meet you. Is there any chance I can get your autograph? And he ignored the shit out of me.
Yeah, that roid rage, dude.
He was actually like really off put that he was being approached by a young kid who just, you know, liked baseball. And my mom went and talked to him. And after,
she did.
And he came over and said hi after that.
Yeah, she did. Yep, I know. And you know what she said.
Nah, she didn't.
She didn't. You can imagine. Well, I was thinking about. I was gonna say, don't meet your heroes, dude.
Yeah. I mean, but that was before, you know, he was asterisked. Right.
He was living under this constant stress of being a fraud.
Ooh.
That's why, dude.
Man, each from the inside out.
Deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. This plot is already better than Gladiator 2.
It's like the Mark McGuire movie, dude. Oh man. All right. So sue the cheater and we'll see what happens. But good job, Fortnite. What else we got?
So I'm gonna skip to the next one on the list just in the essence of time so we can get to all the good stuff today. Okay. I'm gonna go down to this information that's coming out of Egypt. And that's that Mr. Beast, noted YouTuber and streamer, has rented out the pyramids of Egypt for 100 hours to film a video. So they say money can't buy you everything, but it sounds like it can, because
wonders of the world.
Rent the pyramids. Yeah, it can buy you 100 hours of unfiltered access to a.
Who's making bank here?
I wouldn't say unfiltered. I'm sure there's some areas that are restricted.
Yeah, but who's catching the check
Egypt.
on this one?
I believe it's
just
like
the local government of like
whoever runs the tourist section of Egypt.
Of God, is that What is that? What is that? Giza, right?
Cairo?
I have no clue.
I don't know. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I actually don't know enough about that to comment further. But yeah, so he said he's going to make a series of videos like exploring the pyramids. He's got a couple of things to worry about here. I mean, like, I know he's rich and he's done it, but like, you got the pharaoh's curse. Like, you can't trap 100 people in there or whatever and say escape or be the last one in here and I'll give you one. They might die. They might actually die. So I don't know what he's planning on filming, but yeah, I don't know how much this cost either. I was trying to find that out. I couldn't look it up, but yeah, 100 hours of access to the pyramids.
Also, shout out Monster D-Face. He just recently went to Egypt with his family and saw the pyramids. That was sweet.
That's where he conceived his new baby.
Damn, I didn't know about all that. Oh my god. Well, good for him.
Yeah, he put that country to use, dude.
Yeah, Liam was Prague. W.
Jesus.
While we're sharing.
Do you think he's going to put people in there, or you think it's going to be an explore type thing?
The way he explained it here, I can pull this up too. The way he explained it in this article that I read was that he is doing it himself. So we got all three of the pyramids of Egypt for 100 hours. I'm going to do a video where they let me explore anywhere I want to in the pyramids. So he explained how the video will show him and his friends sleeping in the pyramids as they will have them all to ourselves.
Okay.
I mean, it's definitely the premise of the video, but it's definitely like zhuzhed up. You know what I'm saying for the vid.
Mm-hmm.
What's that mean? What do you mean?
Zhuzhed up?
Yeah, what's that mean?
It's like juiced.
Yeah, well, they all are. Yeah, of course.
Right. Which is the cornerstone of a Mr. Beast video for sure.
Yeah.
Right. Is like,
we're going to spend 100 hours in the pyramids.
And they're going to let us do whatever we want. These mummies aren't going to unwrap themselves.
Oh my gosh. Oh, dude. I mean, I am. Yeah, this is cool. I mean, fun giving some money to a country, like boosting their tourism.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
Yeah,
pretty cool. And you were right on the Giza.
Giza, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. See,
one of the seven wonders of the world. What is time to do?
Education kicking in.
I'd be curious if like there's any backlash from Egypt being like he desecrated our pyramids.
Oh,
like he did.
You also though imagine you plan a trip to the pyramids and you go there and you can't go in because a goddamn YouTuber has gotten exclusive.
Imagine the tourism that gets cooked that has plans for long term. I bet that's gonna be a thing, and someone's gonna come out with a story, and then Mr. Beast under fire this week.
That's why.
Yeah, I can see it already happening though, man. Like
they have a price. They're like, listen, you're gonna disrupt the flow. This is what we usually make, and you're gonna disrupt the flow. So we're gonna add a 30% tax on top of that. We'll bounce back if you can do this number.
Any of you guys ever go to a wonder of the world?
Have you ever been to Kensington?
What is that like a city in Jersey?
Kensington is Skid Row in Philadelphia, where
it's a section of Philadelphia that's
okay.
They call it the Walking Dead because everyone's
right, yeah.
That's definitely. I wonder
down the K-hole
something like that is happening for sure.
I actually don't think I've ever been to one of the wonders of the world. No,
I have not. I'm looking at them here. You have the pyramids, you have the Great Wall of China.
Okay.
You have Petra in Jordan. You have the Colosseum.
I've been to the Colosseum.
W. There you go. You have Chichen Itza in Yucatan, Mexico. Machu Picchu in Peru.
Okay.
The Taj Mahal in India. And Christ Redeemer.
I've been to the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City.
I don't think that counts.
No, not that one.
No,
Colosseum,
that one.
Actually, fun fact. That's where I proposed to my wife. So,
in Atlantic City?
Well, no.
They have a Coliseum in Atlantic City now, dude?
Man, they got everything. And Christ the Redeemer in Rio.
Okay. No, I've only been to Coliseum. I haven't seen any other ones.
Is that the big Jesus statue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, on the cliff. Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, it's freaking gigantic.
Bro, Brazil, I don't know, man. I'm not sure I travel to Brazil currently.
Oh, yeah, I probably wouldn't travel to half of those places currently, to be honest.
Yeah, Peru's a little ass backwards right now, too. Unlucky.
Logie said, what about Stonehenge? Is that not on there?
Not on there, dude.
Wonder. That's a curiosity. You know what I mean? There's a difference. It's like, how'd those get there? Same with like those big statue heads that apparently aren't just heads; they're like full bodies.
Oh,
the
island, the island statue.
Whatever they are, it's like
yeah.
I'm curious about those. That's what that is. There's a difference. I wonder how many curiosities of the world there are.
I mean, there's some cool landmarks for sure that isn't on this list. I'm just curious what makes something a wonder versus a slum curiosity.
That's
there's like you get the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Well, we're not curious about that. It's just it's leaning. Like I don't know, something happened underneath. The ground shifted. It's leaning.
Merv curve is 100% totally natural. That's organic. It happens.
Do you think they have support? They have to have support on it right now, right? Like in the modern day, they supported it.
I mean,
you got to. You can't just.
Well, they have all those people that take the
let
pictures
it lean.
Of them supporting.
One day it'll fall. No, there's got to be support now. 100%. I would take a little.
I don't think I would straighten it out. I'm pretty comfortable with it.
No, not straighten it out. No, not that. But I would assume that they have supports on it now.
Maybe
some type of supports. Be like, this thing cannot fall over, dude. It's half.
That's why it's a curiosity. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, you might be right about that.
Notre Dame.
Island. Oh, Easter Island. Sorry about that.
Easter Island. Yeah.
What is that?
Easter. That's the big heads that you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not. The
bodies.
They might be bodies under there, dude.
We got to start digging.
Dude, I'm curious. All right. Well, I'll definitely watch the video. I might not make it through a quarter of those videos, though, dude. They're those long. Videos are too much, man.
And it's been proven he slows them down during the ads.
What does that mean?
The ads, he slows the time gets he actually makes the ad appear. It appears shorter than it actually is because he slows down. There's an article on it. I could find it eventually. I'm not prepared to talk.
It might just be because the ad is normal speed. Because if you watch the rest of the video, they're going 100 miles per hour all the whole time. Oh my God, Carl! I'm surprised. Oh no, he might fall off the ledge.
You gotta keep the attention, dude.
I know he's got it pretty optimized. I just can't handle those videos anymore.
Oh, they're completely unwatchable if you're not
13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't have the sickness.
Oh man,
I got a little bit of sickness, but
please tell me there's not a topic on our list that has to do with food because I am starving.
I do have a food one. I skipped over. I guess I could touch on this briefly before we get to the food. I keep tabs on all the Nintendo Switch details because of the new one.
Yeah, give us the Switch update.
Wait, it's not a Switch, right? It's the next gen console.
Well, no, it's not. It's the Switch 2. But the Switch 1 got in the news and popped up in my feed because it just overtook the PlayStation 2 for the #1 sold console in the United States. It also overtook the PlayStation 2 recently as the #1 sold console in Japan, making it inevitable that it becomes the #1 console in the
100%. I see everyone has a Switch. Everyone. I see a Switch all the time. I see grown adults with a Switch, and I'm like, dude.
So I know it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick, but it sells.
100%. Great console. Great console. It found its niche. Everyone's got a Switch, dude. Fire. Good job. Now I don't have a Switch. I'm not into it, but everyone else has a Switch. So for sure, I would have expected they have the most units sold out of almost all consoles.
Over 160 million units worldwide was the PlayStation 2. So it's been surpassing that.
Good.
Pretty nuts.
Okay, so what about the Switch 2?
There is no update on the Switch 2. I'm tracking anything related to the Switch 2.
That's the update.
I don't think it's gonna be a Switch 2.
We're stuck with. It's already leaked. We're getting the Switch 2.
We're getting
the leaks that we saw. Or is it new leaks?
No,
they leaked. There was a leak. There was a leak about the case that they talked about. Is a case that would fit like a Switch, like the design.
Dude,
we're getting Switch 2.
We're getting a Switch 2, brother.
You gotta really keep your eye on where these leaks are coming from, man.
The GameCube 2 dream is no longer alive. She's dead, boys. I know.
The game.
I don't think so, dude. I'm holding out. I hope.
Oof.
I would buy the GameCube 2.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
And I honestly might just keep it in the living room. I might not play it that much because I don't game that much, but it's gonna be there, and I might bring the boys over and have a Mario Kart night one night. That'll be fire. GameCube 2. Let's go, dude. Keep the handle on it. You know,
gotta keep the handle on it.
I'll keep it tabs. That's why I got this.
Gotta have the handle. Gotta have the handle on it. All right. Well, then I'm still thinking it's not going to be the Switch 2, but we'll be updated on that.
Okay.
What else?
All right. Well, you did mention food. There was an announcement recently about I like to keep tabs on what's going on in the world of fast food. Well, this is a big announcement. It happened to come out right after the whole incident with that CEO that got murdered. So I don't know if CEOs are on notice and they're bringing back everyone's favorites, but
they're
Burger King.
They're plastering pictures of other CEOs in New York on paper and putting it everywhere.
It's getting crazy.
That's crazy.
I don't know if that's why they did it, but Burger King decided for a limited time.
Anyway,
they're coming after the king.
They're bringing back the churro fries. So these were a very, very, very popular Burger King item where it's I don't know why they call them churro fries. They're churros because churros are already
branding,
shaped like fries.
Abe.
Yeah, but they're bringing them back for a limited time. They don't know how long it's going to last yet.
Of course.
But churro
they never do.
Get them while you can, dude. They might be gone. All right. Yeah, I get it. You want me to buy? You know what they're also bringing back? Retro branding. That's fire. I like that.
Oh, is it nice? You got a little something over there?
Good.
See.
Yeah, I got the tweet.
Looks very good. Dude, here's the tricky part, man. Like, I don't eat it often, but I understand how good churros are. Like, they're freaking delicious.
Oh yeah.
I don't eat them often.
No.
If I could, I
never
would.
eat them now because they got removed from Costco, man.
Oh yeah, were you buying them from Costco?
It was part of the food court option, bro.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, it's hype.
Do you get it before you shop to shop with?
Nah,
because
you don't want to ruin your appetite for the samples that are all through the store.
Correct.
Costco has samples,
dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh, why does BJ's not have samples?
Because Costco's way better, dog.
BJ's just has a guy in the aisle trying to sell you cleaning products. You're gonna love my ShamWow,
bro. It's almost difficult to do the $1.50 hot dog and soda after all the samples.
Yeah,
that's how many samples there are. You got to get in there, bro.
I know. It's just I got to drive an extra.
You're not that far from a Costco.
It's worth it.
I know.
It really is worth it.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
You know what's worth it at BJ's, and it probably has it at Costco as well. I can get 2 pounds of prosciutto for $9.99.
That's nice.
Insane. You go to ShopRite and you give you 8 slices for $7.99. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What's going on here, dude?
Not ideal.
No, absolutely not.
In the world of fast food, I also saw a review from our friend Nick's Cool Kitchen on YouTube.
Okay. For this. For churros?
No, I don't think he hasn't done the churros, but I do look forward to that video. I'm sure he'll do that at some point.
Is Nick this guy? Let me look at the receipt here.
Yeah. That's the guy. That's my man.
Nick might be blind.
Yeah. Nick probably shouldn't drive, but I'm sure he does anyway.
Oh my God.
Well, he's doing all this fast food drive-through. I'm sure it's drive-through. So
how else is he getting it, dude? He's not. He doesn't have it like that where he's just calling it.
He's not DoorDash.
Yeah.
The YouTube will get there though. I have faith.
100%.
I have faith. He innovates something new every single video, and I love it. It makes me so happy. He recently reviewed Arby's sandwich, normal Arby's sandwich. They slather it in barbecue sauce.
Everything or just the meat?
All the meat is slathered in the barbecue sauce.
Well, dude, you know what they say. Arby's. We have the meats.
They do.
They do. They have great options, dude. Arby's is so underrated. I have it right around the corner.
It really is.
I shout out Arby's all the time, dude. Most underrated fast food out there by a mile. Those sandwiches. And on top of that, you can get them 2 for $5. 2 of the roast beef sandwiches.
How many
2 for $5.
How many slices?
It's pretty stacked, bro.
Is it?
It looks stacked in the video.
And the 2 for $5, you just get rid of 2 of the buns. Or one bun and double sandwich, like a $5 sandwich, $5 double meat sandwich. In today's economy, like I'm all right with that.
Yeah, he got that, and he got the mozzie sticks because he's a man of culture and he knows what he's doing. Oh yeah, dude, mozzie sticks right now go crazy.
Arby's mozzie sticks.
Finish that bitch off with a little Jamocha shake, maybe some curly fries too if you're feeling crazy.
The curly fries are unreal. They're so good.
So
they're the best fast food fry. I love them.
What's the ratio of potato to fry material outside?
What do you mean by that? What you mean
It's
by
pretty
that?
good.
I
He's talking
don't
about
like.
coated
I
fries.
like.
Oh,
a
you don't
thin
like super
fry.
meaty potatoes? Yeah, no, they're thin.
Correct.
They're thin curlies.
Okay.
They're nice.
All right. And then with curly,
You don't do
I actually
steak
like 'em to
fries
be
then.
I do not do steak fries
Sometimes they're nice.
unless I drown them in ketchup. Then it's just all
steak
ketchup.
fries need a sauce. That's a
Because
fact.
there's too much meat.
Yeah.
There's too much potato.
You can call potato some meat. Potato meat.
And especially with the curly fries, they need it for me. They need to be a little crispy.
They got crunch to them, dude. They do
if
them
I was
right.
able to boing boing, that's not.
You get a little bit of both. You get both.
Yeah.
All right.
You get some boingers, and then you get some.
You get that mutant one that got, it was like
Oh.
3 spirals got stuck together, and it's just
and there's
like,
so much extra batter connecting them.
Yeah, dude, it's
if
that's
they're
like
stuck
the primo
together,
one.
it counts as one fry.
That's a fact, calorically
It is.
speaking.
Now, are you still putting horsey sauce on the roast beef with the barbecue sauce too, or what are you doing there?
I think I would.
I would too.
I think I would, bro. The horsey sauce just goes so crazy, and I feel like the sweet from the barbecue would really mellow out the kick. Like it did. Oh man.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man.
I'm so hungry, dude.
Who's engorged?
Arby's is the best. Arby's is
Not good. Not good.
So hungry. Good thing I have one of those meals being delivered here in about 20 minutes.
I know you do, you savage. Oh man. All right, what else we got, Abe?
All right, so this one was given to me by somebody that's in the community, but it goes by the name of Retired Jake. I know Mark knows who that is, but NASA has been holding top secret conferences with other branches of the government, most namely SETI, which is the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, about what they would do should they find any activity or signs of extraterrestrial life with the James Webb Telescope.
Give them Reese's Pieces.
How do you even plan for that? You have no clue. For all you know, you could point that telescope at a planet, and they have technology that says anytime a telescope is pointed at our planet, I'm sending a gigantic planet buster your way. Like, what's your plan do then? How the heck do you plan for that?
You don't.
So what are they saying? We will send a message and try to communicate with them. Like, what are they?
Well, they're not saying what they would do is the thing, though. Too, they just this woman. What's her name? Let me get her exact name. Dr. Michelle Thaler was speaking at an exhibit called Beyond the Light in the Arctic House in New York City. Okay. And she mentioned during her speech there that they were holding these secret meetings with these other organizations. And
how does she know? She in NASA?
I think she's a NASA scientist.
Oh, dude, you better watch out, dude. She's about to fall off a cliff or something.
Well, she gave some hints as to like what they're looking for. Like they're looking for evidence of pollution in distant atmospheres, the stuff that would show signs of a civilization similar to ours. That's like an advanced civilization.
Sure.
But she did not say what NASA's course of action would be or what the government's course of action would be. Just basically mentioned they were having secret meetings about the possibility.
You guys remember the guy that they appointed for this? There's a guy who got hired, and I watched a video on stream about it, but he got hired, I think, to like a governmental / NASA position where he was in charge of a lot of like extraterrestrial intelligence planning. Okay. And they withheld all the information about like who actually got hired, what they were going to get paid. And so there's a lot of like people who were pissed because it's like, well, this person is a government official who's being paid, like a government job, and there's no transparency here. Yeah. Right. And they just said, screw you guys, it's for their own safety.
Of course.
Well,
it always is. It always is. We don't have to, guys, you don't want to know this. It's for your own safety. Trust me. This stuff is, you don't want it, dude. It's too much to understand. We're going to take care of you. Just know we got you. Don't worry about it. Let us handle the cool stuff, the scary stuff.
Wouldn't that be
the
nice?
Stuff that brings in a bunch of profit. You don't want
you don't need to worry about any of that.
You don't want to worry about why, dude. Just sit on your computer and stay plugged in and watch Plug Podcast. That's it.
Stay plugged.
They never tell you. What do you do?
Yeah, it's just this interview was specifically it was funny, and it also enraged like a funny corner of the internet. So the video is very solid from what I remember. But
so is this guy still doing his job?
Apparently.
He's in the secret meetings for sure.
He's in these meetings. Whoever they are in these meetings.
You know why there's no transparency to this guy's job? Because all it is, hey, dude, just be on call. One day you might get a call, and we're gonna need you to go negotiate with an alien.
Yeah.
Other than that, dude, you're chilling.
You think
what else could his job be?
Well, hopefully he's tuning in. That's all I can say. Guy has nothing else going on.
He might not be tuning in after we just trashed his job like that, but
I'd like to speculate though as to like what his responsibilities would be, and even like what do you think we would do if like what do you think that this meeting?
There's no way for us to perceive any of that, or to plan accordingly, or to do anything in any meaningful scientific way. It's just not. Listen. The key here is a life of ignorance, and when shit hits the wall, just deal with it then, man. It's fine. Let it ride.
What makes this guy qualified, first of all?
Oh, who knows, dude?
Who the heck is this guy? Why do I want him being the guy?
Maybe he just really likes getting probed.
I mean, yeah, I guess you're right about that. To be the guy, you don't just take the good stuff. You also have to be willing to.
Well,
you go to this guy's planet. Their way of saying hello might be some freaky deaky stuff.
Yeah, so maybe they just get someone who's like really into being probed and also likes tentacles. Just cover their bases. You never know what you're gonna get with an alien.
They should get the guy from the aliens guy from the meme. He should just do it.
Aliens.
Right?
Aliens.
Yeah, we should just get that guy to do it.
That guy would be good. I also would like to throw Joaquin Phoenix into the mix. I've seen what he can do with a baseball bat.
That's true. That's true.
And a glass of water.
I don't know about Joaquin Phoenix.
Hey man, swing away, brother.
Yeah, swing for the fences.
Swing for the fences. Oh yeah. So all right, they're having meetings to plan for what to do if we discover alien intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Specifically with the James Webb Telescope.
I think this is a waste of time, guys.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think you guys have too many agencies. I think slim it down, guys. Slim it down, and go do some work that we actually need.
Well, also, it's like, I don't know, man. We don't have to go down this rabbit hole, but I'm a big believer in the fact that our human civilization on Earth is never, ever going to have contact with anything before we all implode and kill each other.
Ooh.
There's absolutely no shot. I think the vastness of space and the vastness of time is way too much for most people to comprehend, and they don't understand like probability on that front for us to have that potential.
You're saying that you don't believe we've even been contacted before,
and we never will.
Okay. I like to think, though I agree how vast it is, I'd like to think if you're acknowledging how vast it is and the amount of possibilities there are, I'd like to think there's probably a planet 100,000 times more advanced in their own way, and they might have a TV show that's just like, let me see what's going on Earth.
Just Truman showing us.
Exactly. Like if all
Mark's doing another
possibilities,
subathon.
correct. If all possibilities are possible, if it's that vast, I'd like to think that there's that possibility for
I hear
sure.
Mark's going to be all the Path of Exile.
Exclusive?
PlayStation. Well, exactly. There might literally be a channel, and unfortunately, you don't get the views from it because they're just siphoning on their own. Like
you mother.
Right. Now, see, you wouldn't have got mad if you didn't believe it.
Which is exactly why I don't.
To be fair, Chuck could be an alien. I wouldn't be shocked if Chuck was an alien.
I've met some people.
Those aren't the.
It would explain
aliens.
A lot.
Yeah. I think there's another word for those types of people, but we can't say that here. Yeah. I mean, I think it's fun to think that there's a possibility. I just don't think it should be government funded to plan what happens if an alien comes. Guys, literally, I'll tell you what we should do. If an alien comes with a super advanced spaceship and a fleet, there's only one thing that we're going to be able to do.
Smile and open your anus.
That's it, guys.
Yeah.
That's literally it. and we're gonna hope and pray that they want to hang out. That's it. Like, there's no plan, dude.
You guys chill, or what's the deal?
Exactly. That's
like
it.
PlayStation.
How much planning do you have to do?
No. Well, and also
that's another
again,
reason we need the GameCube 2. I'm just saying, if they come at us and all we have to offer is a Switch 2, it's not gonna end well.
Dude, what if they showed up and we held out the GameCube 2 and they were like, oh my gosh, we live in a universe where they just had switches, all switches. Like we've heard rumors. We've heard rumors. We didn't even have GameCube 1.
They come at us from a tangential universe Earth, and they're like, man, Nintendo, they made this decision in our universe. You guys are killing it over here.
Exactly. It's just all switches.
And at the same time, we get to hit them with the Arby's. Oh, man.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
I know.
That's interesting to think about, too, is like, I'd like to think if aliens came down, they'd be somewhat interested in like the weird shit we got going on.
Yeah.
We got some weird shit. That's a fact.
We doing some weird stuff going on, dude.
The aliens, one of those stuck together curly fries. They ain't noodles.
It's life simple pleasures, man. That's what it's all about.
Then when we can't recreate it, because those are you can't.
No, those are little miracles.
No, because they have what Star Trek had. I forget what it's called, but
you like hit the button and it like materializes the food.
Yeah, I forget what it was called, but anything, not just the food, anything.
Yeah,
a replicator or I don't know what it was called. But they have that. So, but the tricky part about that is if you don't know what you want made, you can't make it. If you don't know curly fries exist, they don't have curly fries. That planet.
You know what that teaches us?
What?
In the beautifulness that is Star Trek.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power, dude. I love Star Trek, dude. Gotta watch that. If you guys haven't watched the Next Generation, I believe, dude, watch it. Great show. Taught me a lot of things. I know it sounds silly, but it really did. Great lessons. Dude, I think that's where we wrap it, man. I think we had a great talk. If we have something still on the thing, we'll save that for 2 weeks, because or maybe 3. We have to. Let's establish that right now. We coming back in 2 weeks? What do we got? What's that look like?
I'll be here.
That would be New Year's Day. I will be here.
All right, let's do it then. For those who want to watch on New Year's, we're gonna do it, dude.
Wait, hold on. We gotta check the football schedule for New Year's Day.
Check the football schedule.
This is crucial.
He's checking. He's checking, guys. Football schedule. For me, I don't care about football. You know me. Let's throw a ball and let's see if we can cross this line. While you try to not allow me to cross the line.
See, that's where they suck me in right there.
That's the best part, dude.
That's
when
the
they cross that
part,
line,
bro.
dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm mostly joking about the football schedule, but it really just depends. If my family, if Alex has work off, then I'm sure
we will update. We will update the community.
Yeah.
How about that, guys?
I didn't realize that was also Wednesday. So it's exactly Christmas Day and New Year's Day are the next two Wednesdays.
Wild that worked out. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Time will tell.
Right. So what's new in Markstrom world? Anything fun? Anything exciting coming up?
We're doing our absolute best to beat Path of Exile Acts 1 through 3 on hardcore before I am gone for the holidays. I am traveling, spending time with family, having some family members meet Liam for the first time, which is very pog. Very excited for that. So we got a race against the clock. Next couple of days are I just got to lock in. I got to log in and lock in. That's the plan. Catch that at twitch.tv/Markstrom.
Wonderful. Abe, how about you, dude?
Well, tomorrow I'm picking up Mama and Papa Abraman at the airport. They're hanging out with me through the holidays. So between time with them and doing the last little bits of my job before the end of the year, I will also be moderating over at the stream for the last 2 days. And like I said, just because Mark's off that next week, plenty of great VODs from some of the previous streams. Check those out. That way you can still keep catching that content when you're trying not to spend time with your family over the holidays. So that's over at twitch.tv/Markstrom.
Wonderful. And I will keep this short and sweet. But the one thing that I do, besides go to Markstrom stream, that I do want to talk about is Cafe Colazzo's got a lot of exciting stuff coming up. Very excited. And so if you do feel the need to buy some coffee, make sure you go over there and use Markstrom's code because you get free shipping and Markstrom gets a little kickback on that too. So definitely use this code. Guys, we do this podcast every Wednesday unless Markstrom has a baby or Abe goes on vacation.
Or it's Christmas. Or it's New Year's.
Christmas. So, and we have a good time doing it. So would you kindly subscribe on YouTube if you're not subscribed?
Subscribe.
If you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe right now. And then also share this channel with your mom, your dad, your friends, your cousins, the fish in the fishbowl, and the dog on the couch. Because they might be scrolling, they might subscribe and be scrolling, and then pop in and hear us talking about aliens and be like, you know what? I don't take Markstrom's side. I think we have been visited already. And then they might comment and be like, you know what, Slum, you're right. We have been visited. I've actually been visited and probed. So they might find a nice little community here. Every time you guys share and comment and like, it truly does help. It puts us in the algorithm. Actually, before we went live, Abe was looking at the stats on YouTube and stuff, and he was like, wow, there's some cool stats in here if you actually look at it. So we're excited when we see some of this stuff, and we really do appreciate it. We have a great time doing it, and we want to share it with as many people as we can. So this has been another wonderful episode of the Plug Podcast, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.
Deuces.